So we're gonna see what Dad's done while Mom's been resting in bed. He's got some broth and broth cans cooling. And that's the yogurt we just demoed. These are the pumpkins I'm gonna get to. I pulled out some yogurt to thaw for tomorrow and for the next few days. He had this open, so he must have been feeding everybody their sauerkraut. And then everybody's picking at this chicken over here. And then I guess this is the main thing today, just stocking up on broth. We got cauliflower pulled out for dinner. We'll boil some cauliflower, and they got some burger meat out this morning for dinner. So we're gonna make some raw milk yogurt. We're gonna go ahead and make 2 gallons worth because we have a lot of kids that can eat it and everybody tolerated it today. I get these packets that are good for 4 gallons of raw milk or 2 gallons of some milk you would get from the store. So first thing is I have these big fermenting jars, and I'm just gonna fill these both. Whoa, that's got some cream in it. Now, I must only have 3 gallons worth left in this, so I'm going to measure it out and then we use 2/3 of that. This is a mesophilic starter culture. You can use buttermilk or other ways to culture, but we just sprinkle it on top, and then we're going to whisk it together. I do not have a clean whisk, so I'm going to just paddle it. Whisks aren't supposed to be in the dishwasher.
That's what happens when you have a man in the kitchen.
I guess so. These could be filled all the way to the top, but we just make less messes when things aren't filled to the top. But if you were maximizing and you only wanted to make 1 batch, you could get it close to the top. Gabby, why don't you show everybody picking off. What's everybody doing over there?
They're eating chicken. Eat
Make
something.
sure you're recording something.
Just somebody putting it in their mouth.
Oh no.
We are just gonna take a cheesecloth that we have cleaned.
Dominic wants some chicken?
We're gonna put it over this overnight. I'm actually gonna set it near the crock pot, not touching the crock pot, so it can get some extra heat because it's in the middle of winter and it's kind of chilly out, or chillier in our house. So we'll let it sit overnight. That'll give us at least 12 to 18 hours, and then it should be thick in the morning. And then we'll let it strain, and it'll keep culturing because it'll be still sitting out while it's straining. And that'll get us closer to the 18 to 24 hour
Mary, one more?
mark for a good cultured yogurt. I'm just resting in bed. I felt really bad about 3 hours ago, and I went ahead and got myself something to eat, just a burger and some broth. Burger as in a boiled ground beef. Ate it. And then I was like, I have to lay down. I had been on my computer making a Shutterfly book of Finn. And was just utterly exhausted. And I thought maybe it's because I had some strong cramping this morning. My body was still doing some things from the miscarriage. But then, as I was laying here, I started getting some chills a little bit of like woozy, not full dizziness. I just felt like crap. My fatigue, everything just, and I was like, I'm just going to close my eyes and rest. And surely enough, like around 6:30, I went to the bathroom, and I've had more constipated like stools before the GAPS diet and at the beginning of the GAPS diet. And this was I actually pooped this morning already, but this was a very loose, it wasn't diarrhea, but it was very loose stool, and there's what I think is dead bacteria floating on the top of that stool. So I think I had a die-off reaction, and that was a good experience for me to say, okay, that's a die-off, not a food intolerance, because we haven't introduced... Because we have not introduced... I can take her, honey. We have not introduced many new foods. We're only on day 5. So I did have some mineral water. And I'm wondering if that was also contributing to a die-off. I don't know. But I was craving it. So I drank about a third of a bottle. And I drank a lot last night. Guess it's time to go.
Okay. What do you think about that yogurt? Good. You, Bella?
What do you think?
Awesome.
Why am I making my bowl?
Bella and Julie?
Awesome.
Dominic?
No.
Mary? Do you like it? I bet she does.
So if you're hungry, you're gonna have to eat soup.
So what are you doing?
I said I want soup.
I am pulling this half-cup measurement tool instrument into this bag of yogurt that is looks like cottage cheese. So we are going to make it a smooth, nice textured-based yogurt. And it's going to be as smooth as a baby's butt. So hold on tight. Making a mess. The key here is not to get your hand all messy like I've done. So, you know, if you decide to take the risk and do this in your own home, make sure you your hands are clean. Okay, anyway, so next step is to take this. Well, hold on, let's wash this thing.
I'm going to show them what's inside of here.
Okay. So after your hands are washed nice and thoroughly, you take this lid here and put it on here. Rotate it. It's on. Okay. And then you start on a level 1 and you press power. And I forgot to put the honey in. I gotta put honey in. Forgot the honey. Put a
What kind of
put a
honey?
scoop of honey. You know, your local farmer's honey or whatever.
It's
The
raw.
more local, the better.
How much honey?
Well, for this size, I'm going to do a 1.5 scoops, but I've been doing like 2 if it's a cooler or half full. So, we're done here. I made a mess now with the honey. I put this lid back on, and voila, press power, let it go, take a look. See, it's on a 1, we're going to move it to a 2. Speed things up. Once you get in here and see from the top, you can see mixing in there. And that's what we call as smooth as a baby's butt. Would you like to see? Look at that. Looks like beautifulness.
Delicious. Not like baby's butt.
And that's how you get it. Yogurt.